Boa tarde. Good afternoon. Thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update video. So since June of this year to currently, a lot of things have happened. So I'm just relaxing, sitting out on my front deck, having a Brahma, eating some of my jamponis. Jamponis? I don't know if I'm saying that right. They're really good. They're like a fried peanut. And it's a beautiful day. We've had rain for the last few days. So what I wanted to do is kind of explain why I haven't put out any videos a lot lately. And part of that is because of just different things happening, in life. So in June, I don't exactly remember the date, I had eyelid surgery, which completely eliminated me from doing anything for at least 3 to 4 weeks. And we had a lot of construction going on the property during that period of time. Building a chicken coop, we built another small shed. We started work on our front gate to the property, making a transition so that there was cement to the gravel because the gravel kept falling into the gate and you couldn't close it. It didn't shut automatically because the motor was broken, but just manually bringing it shut would hit rocks and it would jump off the track and stuff like that. So, and during this period of time, late August, I had a mountain bike accident. I couldn't tell you exactly what happened. I was riding normal roads that I've ridden quite a bit. It just came down a hill where it was kind of zigzaggy and I was going really fast, and at the bottom of the hill there was a cow that was in the road and she kind of ran alongside me for a little bit. I'd slowed way down because I wasn't sure if she was going to run in front of me. And she didn't, and then it was flat. So I was just looking at the countryside while I was riding, and the next thing I'm getting up off the ground and I got blood on my face, my glasses are broke. I have no idea how I crashed. I've had a lot of mountain bike accidents in my life in the northeast of the United States where we've done a lot of riding. And I could always look back and say, well, I know why that happened, because I either hit something wrong or I didn't go up over it right or the front tire got stuck. You name it. Could have been anything. But in this case, when I went back and looked, I couldn't figure it out. So they took me to a clinic. From the clinic, they gave me an IV. They didn't feel they could take care of me, so they sent me to the hospital in Crisioma. They CAT scanned my head, they did x-rays of my body, and it turned out that this hand, somewhere in here, I broke. And so I was in a cast for August 25th to September 29th. And I just got it off. So I got it off this last Monday. My fingers are still swollen. I do not have the mobility in my wrist yet. I can hold a beer, so that's good. But I don't have grip strength and I don't have the full mobility. I can't spread my fingers apart, stuff like that. So physical therapy, working on things myself, try to get there. During this time, the one thing I did have time to do was make a list. So I'm going to show you this list. It'll be at the end of the video. It's not huge, but some of the projects will take a little bit of time. Nothing, astronomically huge, because we're really done with the big projects. One project that I'm going to do that I think is going to be a fun project is I'm going to make a hydraulic ram pump. And what a hydraulic ram pump is, it's a pump that you can put next to a river or in the river that does not need electricity, and it uses the pressure from up above the river to pump water up a hill to another elevation period. So what I want to do is get this ram pump set up so that it'll pump water at least 6 meters high. And we're going to run a water line down to the pond. And it's going to be, let's see. So it's going to be over here on this side of the pond. On this side of the pond, we have natural spring water coming in as long as it rains every few days on a regular basis. So it generates oxygen, and it's going through the little river that I made with rocks, and it's getting oxygenated pretty good. So we just thought it'd be good to have another one over there, some other fresh water. We're doing it in a way that's environmental friendly. It's not using any electricity. The components are easily replaced. It's self-sustainable. Just need to go down, maybe clean it periodically, maybe restart it in case it stops during a heavy rain, things like that. And then it exits our pond and it goes right back into the river. So it comes in one side, goes out to the other. So I'm a big proponent of trying to be as environmentally friendly as you can. Of course, there's always controversy over that, you know, I have solar panels and people will say, oh, the carbon footprint of solar panels, or if you have a wind turbine, the carbon footprint of wind turbines. Well, most of those carbon footprints get paid for within the first couple of years of their usage. So it's a matter of just finding out the real information about it. So I have solar panels. We're getting ready to put up some solar floodlights. I have 2 electrical poles on my property that have really bright lights. I don't know if they're incandescent or if they are LED. If they're incandescent and they're around 150 watts, then they're costing me about 550 Horizon a year for each bulb, or over 1,000 Horizon a year. And I'm not going to pay that. So if they're LED, they're probably between 30. Hi, you got a visitor. What are you doing? Say hi to, she doesn't have a name, chicken number 1 of 5. These guys have gotten so tame. Woo! They've gotten so tame, I don't know why. They walk up, they want to be picked up, they like a little bit of a scratch, and then once you're done scratching them and you put them down, they're good to go. So that's another thing. These are she's one of the first 5 we got. Out of the 10, 5 lived, and then we got another 10. All of those lived, but they're smaller. Don't you peck me in the face. And but they're pretty good. We just got our first egg yesterday, so we're pretty excited. All right, time for you to get down. And she got Coco on me. Farm life. Well, anyways, yeah, so that's another thing. The 10 chickens that we got after the 5, they're doing really well. They're getting big. We can't keep them out of the yard. I think they're going under the fence, so we're going to do some work to fix that and try to keep them out of the yard, because Anna has done a lot of work in the last couple months when I've been laid up. The boys, Fabiano and Carlos, have been working with Anna. We've removed a lot of areas that probably a long time ago, when they were set up, were nice and pretty with ornamental grass or flowers or whatever, but they just overgrew. So we've cleaned up all those areas, planted either new flowers in there or just reduced the amount of growth that was in those spots. And they've done a wonderful job. It's amazing the amount of work. And the thing is it looks great right now. I can't even imagine what it's going to look like next year. Around the pond, we've planted over 25 palm trees. We have a coconut tree out there. We have a couple trees that are actually flower trees that will be flowered. There's some white lilies that have been planted around the pond. They'll propagate and go out. And then just regular ornamental flowers. So I'm excited over the next 2 years to see what this is going to look like. It's nothing I ever dreamed of and or thought I would be doing. I never thought when I was 60 years old that this would be my life. And I know maybe a lot of the people that live here in Brazil probably rolling their eyes thinking, you know, what kind of life? Well, living on property where I can grow vegetables, and I have a pond, I have fish, I have chickens, we have wonderful neighbors, everybody is willing to come over and help out. I think as I get older, there couldn't have been a better way to live my life. And you know, people always look forward to their retirement years, and did I plan to be retired now? No. It just happened that way. I would have liked to have worked for a few more years, because I did enjoy doing software development, website development, working with databases, learning new things. That's just me. That's why I'm doing a hydraulic ram pump, because it's something new that I want to do. But no, I never planned on being in this situation where I could retire. And I think living in a beautiful country like this, the climate, of course it's changing, but you know, it's still a really great climate, is a wonderful thing. We got family down here, and of course I miss my girls. I miss Katie, I miss Emily up in the United States. I miss my sister and brother in Wisconsin. But sometimes you have to make choices that are for you and not necessarily for everybody else. And my life wasn't always the best. Growing up, I had a lot of problems, and you know, in between there's always good times, there's always bad times. So you know, you can't dwell on the bad times, you got to dwell on the good times. But I can honestly say, since I've been down here in Brazil for the last couple of years, since 2023, it's been good. The only bad times were when something broke, or I didn't know something, or I'm still learning my Portuguese so I can communicate better. But I'm understanding more when I hear conversations, and someday I'm going to do a full video in Portuguese, and that'll be really cool. I can't wait for that day. And I'm hoping that day is like within the next year or so. I think it's realistic considering how well I can read Portuguese. I just don't formulate sentences really well, and because I don't hear well, sometimes it's hard to understand the pronunciations. And you know, when people talk slow to me and they enunciate their words in Portuguese, most of the time I can understand, I'd say 50 to 75% of the sentence, unless there's new words in there that I don't know. I've learned some new bad words. I think that's kind of cool. Not words I'll ever use on here. But it's nice to be able to watch a show and I can have the closed captions in Portuguese, and I can understand a good portion of what is being said in the closed captions. So anyways, I just wanted to give you guys an update. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much with this ranting and talking on and on. It's just a nice day, and felt like sitting on the deck, having a beer, having some peanuts, and kind of bringing up everybody to speed. So going to be start working on videos. If I don't finish a project, I'm still going to put the video out. And each day that I work on something, whether it's a project here or there and it's combined into one video, that's just the way it's going to be. It's going to be kind of more about how my daily life is. I have a few things I want to cook and show you, things that we cook in the United States. that my family loved. One of them is called custard cornbread, and I think if I can find all the right ingredients, you guys will love that. It's so easy to make. It's just a matter of having everything you need to put in there, and it's probably like 4 ingredients. So and then I'm going to share out my grandmother's homemade white bread recipe and make that. So, and then I'll do some other things. I'm not the big cook. Anna is the big cook. She is phenomenal. I'm surprised I'm not this big. Her food is just amazing, and I'll look in the fridge and I'll look in the kitchen cabinets. I'm like, there's nothing here. What are we going to eat tonight? And then she'll make this huge big meal. I don't know how she does it. So anyways, if you're looking forward to some of the other videos, hit like and subscribe. Go back, check out my channels. Best video right now to watch, I think, to bring you up to speed, is my 2024 recap. It'll show you everything we did up until the end of 2024. And as we get closer to the end of this year, I'll start a 2025 video to put out. I'm looking forward to that, because you always see stuff that you didn't think about or you didn't appreciate. And when you create this video, it makes you appreciate all the work you did for that year. So, ciao for now. See you in the next video.